Sorry. Uh, Hello, everyone, and welcome to another video. Um, Today is slightly different because I didn't do this video the night before I would post it. Doing it a couple hours before I post it because instead of doing the Advent calendars the night before I would post them on my Instagram, I slept. And I just didn't want to get out of bed. I'm not. I do believe that was a mistake because I will probably do the one for tomorrow tonight before I go to bed. But just fine. Just learn from the mistake. So probably for the only time I'm on day 9 doing day 9. That sounds a weird way to put it. Today was a pretty decent day. I just got finished watching the last of the 3 Doctor Who specials. I was originally going to watch all 3 of them. Like, I already watched the first 2, and I was going to watch the third one. Like, I was going to basically binge watch the other things, and then, then watch the newest one. But then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And I gotta say, I very much enjoyed the episode, and I won't give away any spoilers, but it was very enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to the Christmas special. Which, because my Christmas is going to be what it is, I probably won't be able to watch it until that night. If they do the same thing that they did for the specials where it becomes live all at the same time, and it goes by British time zone as far as, like, it will go live in Britain, London, whatever you want to put it, like that night for them, which turns out to be in the afternoon for my time zone. Which it's a streaming, it's on Disney Plus, so it's not like I have to watch it at a certain time. I just like to watch it as soon as it's available. So today in this set, I am going to be building a train. Well, well, give me a moment. Beginning of it, and I have a second page for something I already start. I think this is probably the second page for one that I have it's. But for this video, I'm building this the front of a train. I've actually the big train is the one I'm really looking forward to build. There's just something about a train toy that I like. There's this one set that I was going to buy. It was on sale, but I kind of decided not to. Just one of those. It's Christmas, and I needed to buy a gift for other people and not myself. So I still have it in my cart. It's not overly expensive, so I'll probably get it next year. Um, so there's a lot of pieces for this thing, but only 5 steps. Take it as you will. I admit, like, watching the Doctor Who special, it was interesting in so many ways. Again, no spoilers. I'm not going to actually talk about anything that happened, but it was a very... Okay, here's the thing. And the reality is Doctor Who has always been... I wouldn't call it political. Well, it has been political, but it's definitely something that, from a cultural standpoint, has kind of gone with the times in certain respects. Which, I don't think there's necessarily wrong with that. Sometimes I think it can be a bit much, but the first episode definitely had a bit of that in it. I'm a very traditional in my beliefs. So, something from the first episode was a little bit on the nose. In my opinion, I don't think it was necessary for the sake of the story. I mean, it was technically important for the sake of the story, but at the same time, it's like you didn't really have to get, like that. It's kind of like, it would have been a good story without having to, you know. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that. Step one. Um, but I mean, overall, it was the three series were good. It was very. I looked forward just to having David Tennant back, and the end of the how the special went, the last special, the final of the three. It makes me really look forward to the future episodes of Doctor Who for so many reasons that I can't actually share without giving away what happened in the special. Um, so much good things happened with the final special. Um, I will say one thing. It's not much of a spoiler, but because I think you probably would have realized it in from some of the different, um, you know, uh, Unit is back. I think. I mean, Unit was. I'm trying to think. The first episode. Yeah, the first episode, the first special. Listen, if you watch this video and you don't realize Unit is back after the very first special when Unit was back, then you know that's your problem. My point, my point is that was one of the things that I didn't like about the time, and it's not Jodie's fault. Some of the things that I didn't like about her era have nothing to do with her as a doctor. She wasn't a bad doctor, but she definitely wasn't my favorite, and she never will be. Not with the kind of story she had. Um, but I digress. Whew. Um, anyways, one of the things I didn't like about her era, amongst many things, was that they got rid of Unit. They basically said that Unit was shut down, whatever, and they connected it to like a real world decision change that was in Britain, which it may seem like an interesting idea, but it's like you don't have to, you know, go along with something that happens in the real world. In Doctor Who, it's a sci-fi show, so if there's some if something that happens in the real world somehow is, you know, not doesn't fit into what happens in the show, guess what? It's a TV show. You don't have to. And it may seem like, oh, this is interesting, do it that way, but it wasn't really all that interesting to, use something that politically happened you know, I guess, Britain to get rid of Unit in the TV show. Like I said, I think it was a stupid thing to do that, and I'm glad that they brought back Unit simply because that allows for a lot of good stories to be told, um, just within like this is after step three. Um, anyways, I that's beside the point. But like it was just nice to have. I was kind of disappointed that they didn't have all the Unit characters back by the end of the three specials. That's I guess technically that is a spoiler, but and it's not really giving away too much. But it's like I was hoping certain ones would be back that didn't. But I was honestly surprised with some characters that um, were in the third special. It was a good surprise. It was you know, I do get a feeling by the time most people, okay, that's disappointing. Um, I thought that this thing was gonna have actual wheels and it doesn't. Um, there's no wheels on the train. It's so really unless the let me show. Let me take a. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there are wheels on the big train, just not in this little. I was thinking that, oh, are these what's going to be on the other ones? They definitely look like wheels, but no. This this is the wheels on this thing. They don't look like wheels because they're not wheels. Okay. Let's see. It's going to be a shorter video than in previous days, which I haven't really got that much attention with my videos, which makes me wonder if I should keep doing these. But I will keep doing these to the end of the month, because that was my plan. And maybe next year I can, maybe find a way to get clips from it and, like, I don't know, post it on TikTok or something, just get more attention to it. Okay, let's see. One of the things that I have to do, that I'm doing, going to work on when I get done with this, is I don't have a good spot for these mini builds I'm doing. I have a spot where I can put each week's ones, but once I get like through 1 week of them, I have no good place to put them. So I'm working on moving some things around on a shelf to try to have, at least for the time being, until the end of December. Because what I would love to do at the end of December is actually do a picture of all of them. So here we have the today Advent number 9 from one of the sets. It's a little train that doesn't have doesn't have actual wheels, so it just kind of slides. Have to push it. Doesn't have any kind of. And with this gives me the second. I think the second of a big house that I will eventually make. Okay, now we move on to the Star Wars one. It's been a mixed bag with let's see, I'm on 9, so let's see. Okay, it's at the bottom here. One of the things I have to do, because I do want to save the instructions for all these mini builds, which is easy for the other ones because they have a separate mini build instructions. Okay, now this I'm building the thing that goes with the droid that I built in the last video. It's called like a stat or something like that. I'm more familiar with them. I think you'd be more familiar with them, I think, through episode 1. I don't think they really used them that much beyond episode 1. It's been interesting how things have cycled with, because it used to be where the first, like um, it used to be that, you had the fans of the original trilogy, and then the prequels came around, and then people were like, "Oh no, those are terrible." And now with the sequel trilogy, there are people looking at the original, prequel trilogy, and thinking, "Oh, you know what? Those were not that bad." Um, so, I mean, it's not that I absolutely hated all the sequel trilogies. I mean, they definitely had some good ones, but like I said, when it comes to Star Wars, I'm in it for a good story. Um, and like I said, like it or hate it, it's all Star Wars. And in no case with this new canon have they ever done anything that shows that they're going to try to ignore what's already happened. I mean, if you watch the TV shows that technically there's at this point there's been no TV shows that take place after the sequel trilogy, so we really have no idea if there are going to be if there's going to be a series or a movie after that. And like, I mean, I think I've heard that the Ray will be back in a movie, but I don't know that for certain. Um, who can really say at this point? Um, and like I said, I think there were things about all of it that were about the whole the sequel trilogy that definitely had its ups. Um, some things that were a little strange, but again, it's sci-fi Star Wars. I feel like when you're dealing with that kind of stuff, it's all strange in some degree. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's interesting. That okay. That attached to the front. Okay, wait a minute. How is that supposed to attach to? Huh. It's only one. Let's see. You know what? Is there a black? Let's see if I can use. I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but kind of have to because it doesn't work otherwise. Huh. Okay. Okay, let's see that like this. Then I have lightsaber hilts that I have an extra one. Let's see if it shows me which. It doesn't really matter which side they're on, but okay. And this thing goes right here. And these extra pieces that don't have a purpose, I'm going to attach them somewhere. Because why the heck not? Okay, no, I won't because they don't fit anywhere. Okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to attach, and I'm going to take all three of these little pieces that don't seem to go anywhere, and I'm going to attach them, give more height to this thing. It's weird. This thing feels like it shouldn't look like that, but I guess it does. Let's see. Okay, so we cut that part right. Okay, so I guess I just have a couple extra parts. And here we have the staff thing. I'm going to pause for a moment and go get the Okay, I have the droid. I'm going to see how he's supposed to attach to this thing. And I think I know one thing. I need... There's really no place for his legs to go, which that's one thing that is not movie accurate, because in the movie they definitely did have uh like it was a platform, where this is kind of, they're just, thing is just kind of hanging. So there is a piece somewhere. There's where it has another. Or have droid on the thing. So I'm going to call it. And I shall see you guys next time.